This is why I'm a creature of habit. I hate streaming in different conditions that I'm not used to. This on a Mac doesn't feel right to me. It feels like I'm any iOS device is something that I've always said, which is it's designed for girls under periods. So right now I have an iPad, I have a Mac. I'm usually streaming on a work computer, a computer that's designed for work, which is a Windows. I forgot what brand, maybe a Dell XPS 15. That's something I could handle. Not this. Oh, and look, already a fucking ad. I already get an ad here. This makes me want to punch a puppy. No, all messages. The other thing that YouTube does, which is making sure that your messages are censored. They send you the messages on the chat that are not the good ones. They pretty much filter out anything that could be remotely insulting, and then they say, no, no, that's not designed for you. These are things, sorry, I'm looking at the camera. This is the camera right here. No, these are the comments that we don't want you to see. These comments here are ones that we think are going to be offensive to you. Nothing's offensive to me, all right? You could make fun of my hairline, my height. Do you think I care? Look at me. Look at me. I can't even zoom in. I can't do drops. I can't do anything on this particular setup. Maybe I should have set it up beforehand, right? Maybe that's what I should have done. I should have done some due diligence and actually set this up beforehand to make it a competent stream as opposed to a guy looking at a phone. Right now, this is from my phone, although I do have some topics that I want to go over today, which I'm going to test if I could actually transfer that. As you could see, I'm wearing the thing that I detest, the very things that I detest, which are AirPods. If I see you in public wearing AirPods, it makes me immediately disregard your character as a person. It makes me want to find you and your family and make sure that you guys are essentially cut off from the remainder of the generations. But alas, it is useful. Right now, I'm using this actually as a hearing aid so I could hear better. I went to the doctor yesterday. Sorry, I went to the registered nurse yesterday and telling her my list of problems as a hypochondriac, making up things, thinking that I'm dying in one way or another. And she didn't tell me anything. She didn't tell me anything. It's like that meme from Parks and Recreation where he goes, "I know more than you." And in that situation, I feel like I know more than you, even though she's the medical professional. Uh, it was also at a strip mall. I'm changing whatever the fuck service I use because that was absolutely unacceptable. I went to a strip mall far as fuck, went to the doctor. They barely ran through me. They just medicated me more. It's just a scam here in the States. It's a scam everywhere. But alas, I do have some topics that I want to go through here that are quite extensive. And by that, I mean psychics, people that upset me, just Disney adults. Again, you know the usual. If you guys have seen one of these, you guys have seen all of these because you already know what I'm going to complain about. You already know. Piggy has a small dick. I have an average sized dick. I have a very decent dick for my height. I've been told it's I'm not gonna measure it, but it's proportionate. That's one of the things. It's not about the dick size, which is something that small dick dudes say, but it's not about the dick size. It's the proportion. So my dick size is proportionate to my body, right? So it looks like it fits. Whereas if you're like, I don't know, 6'4" and you have my dick, then maybe people might start questioning you. But for me, it's perfect. It's a immaculate cock. I haven't had one bad review. The other thing that I was asking the doctor about was because I'm afraid of having high blood pressure because everyone in my family is diabetic and at some point has had some heart-related endeavor. So I asked her, "Oh, hey, I'm doing these, but I'm cutting back a little bit. I'm doing 3 milligrams now. You can see that that's a 3 milligram. Um, is that going to be good for me with my current blood pressure? Like, does it look good?" Going forward, it's not good. It's like smoking cigarette. That's what she told me. I'm like, it's like smoking. No, it's not. It's not even close to smoking a cigarette. This doesn't go in your lungs. Cigarette smoke is percolating in your lungs. It's going through. You're having a lot of filters, whereas this is just nicotine and flavoring that goes through your bloodstream via your gum line. So I immediately feel like I wanted to break open her fucking fake thick lips. She didn't even speak English or Spanish. I think she was a little bit Arabic, and she was taken aback by the fact that well, I was about to say my actual name, but that I have a very Arabic name and I'm a Cuban man. So this is a PigCast Lite, by the way. This is a PigCast Lite. This isn't going to be a full frame PigCake PigCast. This is a PigCast Lite. If you haven't noticed by the setup that I have, I'm not in the PigCake Studios. I might be tomorrow, so I'll do one then. But cigs are pretty good. I don't think so. I think cigarettes are for inbreds. I tried cigarettes at a music festival. I know that makes me sound like a mentally ill virgin, but I tried smoking cigarettes for the first time maybe 4 years ago. I ran through half a pack, and there was nothing. I didn't get a nicotine buzz. I didn't get anything. I just got shit smell all over my person, which is not really attractive. I smoke and pop Zins all the time. Don't give a fuck, YOLO. See, that's what I'm trying to avoid having catastrophic health related issues. But I'm still trying to enjoy the things that I enjoy, like aspartame in my caffeine free Diet Coke and a Zin, or sorry, Alp right here. As you could see, I'm a fan of the Alp. I'll let you figure out other things that means about me based on my purchasing of nicotine products from Tucker Carlson's brand. But alas, that's for a different discussion. So I guess let's just jump into it. The lamest thing that I've seen, which is this right here. Now, obviously, the thumbnail of this is a psychic. If you're watching this after the fact, I've done many videos on psychics. I think they're the scum of the earth. Even though I do have a project with Peter Turner coming out on how to make you a psychic, it's all magic tricks. Obviously, it's entertainment purposes only, and it's things that are designed to be performed as mentalism related feats. Whereas these people are trying to pass these things off through some sort of legitimacy for financial gain. In this case, you have these tarot readers that are giving people advice as if they're therapists. They're all self-diagnosed. That's my favorite part. But here in this particular one is a woman that is pushing aluminum foil, or aluminium, as you Brits like to say, pushing foil with her mind power. Now, what upsets me about this is that it's the lightest fucking thing in the planet. It's the thing that is probably the lightest material, the lightest metal, and yet she's pushing it with her mind. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. I hope that this doesn't show everything. Let's see if I do this. Does that do anything? That didn't do anything. All right, that's great. If I do this, there you go. Look at that. So you get to see all my favorites. It's this one over here. Uh, so let's go and watch her. Okay, I can't play that music, so we'll just watch her here. Uh, Notice how there's always a large movement, right? Notice how there's always a large movement. Now, granted, what I've seen these before is very Atlanta adults, if you catch my drift, doing this exact same thing, teaching their children on how to move things with the power of their mind. And here again, she has a piece of foil that's bent, that's the lightest substance in your entire fucking house, and she's pushing it with her mind power. Let's look through her account. Google's AI says your real name is Pig Rodriguez. That's really funny. That's really fucking funny. It shows you the strength of AI. I gotta say, I would potentially, um, yeah, I would. I would. But here she's using the dowsing rods, which again has been one of these things that's aggressively debunked. Not debunked, it's physics. You have two things that are precariously balanced, right? You see that there's a handle there. Again, let me see that you guys are actually seeing what I'm looking at. There's a fucking handle there that's with a piece of wire inside that's essentially free floating. So any direction that you move it, it's going to move in that direction. So here it's the idiomotor effect, or in this case, the idiot motor effect. You get, yeah. I can't do the car crash that I usually do in the streams, but you can imagine car crash noise right here. Uh, my goodness, though, I would, without a shadow of a doubt, do it. That would be my penis. Is that crude?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, she knows. She knows what I'm talking about here. But yeah, it's the same thing. They all use the same exact sort of stuff. This one again is a piece of foil. She does have chickens, which I'm a fan of. What's she doing here? Okay. So she's standing far away. Notice that everything that she moves, which is another fun thing about psychics, is always balanced precariously on something. So there's always some sort of fucking balance on it's on the edge of a table. It's on something that has to be balanced on a toothpick, on a what is that, an eraser? On a fucking a marker from Walmart? Like, come on. And then she's moving it from far away. So the idea here, does telekinesis need to move on your hand? Shouldn't you be able to move back? Oh, it's air moving. Yeah, obviously there's still air currents in your vicinity, so it doesn't matter if you're not near it. In this case, if this thing is balanced on a fucking toothpick that's pressed in an eraser, obviously there's still going to be wind currents moving around. This doesn't prove anything. But this sort of stuff, my goodness, though, I would, oh my, you know what? Let's just stop looking at the psychic and look at the rest of the fit here. Yeah, I would. I would. She could do that to me. She could move me in that way. Kind of dirty looking too, which I like a little bit. Here she's moving a can. It looks like she just woke up. You know, never mind. Never mind. You always have to take into account what females look like in all walks of life, right? And here she's done up to, I guess, some capacity. Her hair is done well, and she has some makeup on. This is clear that she just woke up over here, and this is what you're going to be greeted with 90% of the time. So keep that in mind when it comes to looking at shotties. Imagine what they look like woken up, and here we have a can on a fucking straw on aluminum foil. This looks like you do drugs out of it. This doesn't look like some sort of psychic apparatus. And don't you think that if it was genuine psychic power, the can would be moving a little bit more aggressively than what it would be moving had there been some sort of current, some sort of minor wind current here? It reminds me of that straw trick where you take out a straw, and I have to go back to this. I have to show you this stuff, which is awful. I hate the lack of professionalism. But you take out a straw from the wrapper, and that's enough to put static charge on it, and you balance it on something, like, I don't know, the end of a fucking soda can, and then by moving your hand towards it, it fucking moves the straw. So it's the exact same thing. I don't know if it works with an aluminum can, though. I'm sure that that's just current. Again, everything is balanced. Everything has to be put on the edge. Whenever they want to make a marker fall down or something, it's always like this, right? It's fucking sideways almost the entire way. It's never anything where they just put it plain on the table and they go, all right, I'm going to move this shit. It's never that way. And if it is, it's fucking string. Mm. You're not psychic. You're not psychic. You're lying to yourself if you think those are powers. Although, I would definitely do this without a, oh my goodness. Jesus, if you guys are looking at what I'm looking at right now, this is top tier. Let me see, scene two. Oh, I could see it and see myself here as a preview. Jesus, that is just so good. That's great. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a huge fan of that. Um, Hungry and Hungover says makeup should be illegal. Makeup should be used sparingly. It should be used as a enhancer, not as a block, as a lie, as a farce, which is what it usually is used at. It's what do you call this? A fucking it's a lie. It's a filter in real life. That's unacceptable. Remember when all the girls were using a dog's filter on Instagram and Snapchat because it would clean out their face so you wouldn't see all their pimples? Meanwhile, this is coming from a guy that looks like me. But that's one that I wanted to talk about here. Again, just because you see this time after time with people moving objects with their mind. The worst one is the ones that involve their kids, psychic, telekinesis. I can't even spell it. I'm spelling it like these people. I can't even say what I wanted to say there. Psychic telekinesis. Let me see if I could show you what I'm talking about here. My favorite type of TikTok psychic. Nope, I can't find it here. Psychic. Oh, right here. This guy is one that I love. This is a homeboy that I love. Let me see if I could show you here. The comments say crackhead. So if I call him a crackhead, I'm just quoting what the comments say. But here we have day 5 telekinesis training with my twin flame. So this is the sort of stuff that I enjoy watching because it's the power of two psychics that are coming in and apparently moving this red solo cup. this red Solo cup. Now again, gotten stronger. I love the face they put afterwards too, right? Like it's just this like committed to the bit, started pulling it. All right, now let me ask you, before that cut, did you fucking did you push it to yourself and then do this and then cut the video there? There's always a lot of cutting, which is great. Added a little tiny book. This is great. Let me make something that's folded this way and then make a large sweeping action with my hand. What part is telekinesis and what part is air? That's what I want to know. What part do you think is telekinesis and what part do you think is just air currents? It's just wind. Fuck me in the asshole, dude. Look at this. Added a tiny book, and she's practicing. Obviously, her powers aren't as strong as he is. It's funny that even in the psychic world, there still has to be some sort of difference between female athletes and male athletes because her psychic powers aren't as strong as his. Isn't that interesting? Let me go back to myself here. Let me show myself. Let's see the comments here. The worst ones are people telling that they can move clouds and actually film themselves trying. That's a fun one. Cloud busting is what it's called. Although busting is what I want to be doing to that other psychic that I showed you guys earlier. Cloud busting. There's a bunch of books on it. It's kind of interesting because you learn cloud patterns and then you sort of fucking pretend like you're pushing the clouds with the power of your mind. And then they eventually fucking come together based on, I don't know, again, more wind. More wind. My favorite one was one that I showed forever ago, where what he would do is that he would just record a fucking cloud and then afterwards just put a voiceover over it and then pretend like he was moving the cloud live. Really, he was just voicing over the video that he shot half an hour before. So it makes it look like he knows what's going to happen to the clouds because he does know what's going to happen to the clouds. He's recorded it long in advance. Let's see. She could telekinesis my ball sack. That's great. I'm glad that I had like-minded individuals that watch this. Right, that's what I'm happy about. Exactamundo with a very racist flag next to him says, "How do so many of these people? How do you find so many of these people? Is it a hashtag type movement or something? Just look up telekinesis on social media, and you're gonna find somebody pushing foil with their hand. Again, it's always the lightest stuff. Why don't you push a Ryobi drill? Put a fucking Ryobi drill on the table and then move it, and then I'll be very impressed." They're here. Big fucking tits, says Macabre Facade. What up, says Justin LaPrince. That looks like you could sell me very bad marijuana based on your profile picture. Monir, I don't know what the fuck you meant by that. I just got hit with a 45-second unskippable ad. Yeah, and guess how much I get of that? Nothing. I get zero. Every live stream I do, I think I get 14 cents from. Thank you, YouTube, for making this viable as a career choice. Luckily, this has led on to other things that I'm allowed to make a full-time living with. I saw King Cobra use his powers to change a stop sign from green to red. Only took him 90 seconds. RIP. He's missed. I never watched the shit, by the way, but seeing that he had some internet following, I did look up videos after he passed away, and it was very interesting. It's very it's crackhead couture, which is what I like. I just got this, by the way. I know I hate to be a virgin, but I got this. This is the button by Chris James. Chris James is a good friend of mine. This is a magic trick. I hate to talk about magic, but I'm gonna make a video on this pretty soon. It's a very, very interesting thing because it is a button that allows you to stop it whenever you want. So you could pretend like the battery broke, and when you look inside the battery, guess what? Is their signed card? Is their signed card? So let me load this up with yeah. So the noise that I put on this, sorry, I'm setting this up here. Let me close that. That's not gonna fall out. Yeah. So whenever I press my button, this is the noise that it makes. Let me Yeah, so that's going to be very mature, but that's what happens when the magic stops. But it's very well made. People are saying something on the fact that it's 3D printed. I could fucking throw this at you and it'll probably kill you. I don't want to show how it's done here, but it's a very, very well made gimmick here, and it's a mystery box if you're familiar with that. So you fucking have a card picked, you press the button. Every time the button is pressed, something magical happens, and then what happens? Oh, look, the card ends up being inside of the magic button because it stops working, and you can make it stop working anytime you want. So it's all very well explained, and he sent me one of these bad boys. I think this is going to be the trick of the year. I think this is the trick of the year. John Miranda is the one that produced this shit, which is great. Also, if you've ordered Eject recently from America, that's me. I shipped them out. So if you're somebody that ordered from Trick Trick Boom, I ship those for the United States. So know that if you got Eject, which is a great trick, it's just a marker. It's a thing that shoots a marker out. That's what it is. So you could throw a marker on the ground, press the button, and it shoots right back up at you. It's really, really good. Um, if you ordered that in the States, these are the hands that touched your order. So just keep that in mind if you're somebody that doesn't like me. For some odd reason. Um, I brought that up because shipping is becoming a disaster nowadays. So I might be offering my shipping services to other companies just because shipping in the States is just fucking an abortion. I don't understand why now. I guess tariffs and all these other stuff, but I made some orders from China recently just to testing things out to make sure that I'm not getting molested. Trick of the year is no risk. Use your magic influencer power to get a free copy. It's perfect. Ring shoelace, completely practical. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I might look into that. But this is great. Can you even hear it? I don't even know if that's could you could hear it because I don't see the waves moving. Speaking of waves moving, this is something that upsets me. This is adults. These people vote. These people are, if you could guess it, Disney adults. However, skinny, skinny Disney adults. They exist, believe it or not. They have a terrible diet. They spend all their money, time, and effort in Disney parks, and these are them. And it scares me because this is a combination of brain rot, which is what we've had in the past couple years with apps like TikTok and Instagram, where gratification is instant. It's gratification that you're just scrolling up and down. It's ridiculous. But again, I don't want to be an old man yelling at the clouds. Let's take a look at how you could find a Disney Haunted Mansion pin.
You can find a Haunted Mansion pin first.
And not only do we have to find the pin first, but we also have to ride the attraction first.
And whoever wins the challenge gets to buy whatever they want from Memento Mori.
Good luck.
Only thing I'm worried about with this challenge is how rare Haunted Mansion pins are on boards. I can think of a couple different hidden Mickey options. I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see.
I think there's actually 2 boards now inside the Liberty Square ticket office, so our chances may be pretty good inside.
We're looking for anything Haunted Mansion. Oh, I don't think I see anything still.
This is so cool. Hey guys. I hope we have good luck here. How's it going today? Next up is Sir Mickey's, and I don't think I see anything.
Maybe there's one inside the Christmas shop. Anything Haunted Mansion today?
No luck in there either, but the challenge is just getting started.
My gun is over there, so thank God it's nowhere near me because I would have grabbed it and put it inside of my face right now. You notice the combination of brain rot, which is what I was trying to mention in the beginning about the screaming to get your attention, to make sure that you watch the entire 2 minute and 51 video of this couple that I know has probably weird sex, like weird sex. They probably put on costumes. This guy definitely keeps his shirt on, which is not a good look, and keeps his hat on. That's for sure. I think I've done that a couple times, but that's the norm here. This is what we're dealing with in terms of adults in these days. Again, there's nothing wrong with maybe once every 5 years you go to Disney with your kids, or maybe you go because for me the parks are relatively close. Whatever, once every 5 years. If you know the locations of several hidden Mickeys, fuck off. My AirPods falling off. They're so gross every time I put them out of my ear, by the way. It's just a ball of wax.
I just realized I am down a board because Be Our Guest is not open. Oh my gosh, it's just too early, but I do see pins over here at Gaston's.
It's time for Frontierland. Anything Haunted Mansion today? Thank you so much.
I think I underestimated how hard it would be to find a mansion pin during the Halloween season.
There's usually a couple boards in here.
And you know what the best part about this? They're making it seem like this is a challenge to each other, right? That they're challenging each other. Oh, look here. You're going to do this and I'm going to do this, and whoever finds it first. The truth of the matter is that she's right there next to him. She's right there next to him, in front of him, making this fucking fake content Let's look at their account. I guarantee you their entire account is going to be Disney. Yeah, I fucking knew it. Who could find the largest pin?
Today we're competing to see who can find the loudest pin here at Hollywood Studios.
What is that? What is hey what hey guys, fuck. Hey, who could find what is this? Necessity to fucking get so much fucking screaming to scream your face off just to get attention. Fuck me in the asshole.
Have 1 hour to find the lightest pin in the park, and at the end we'll compare them using this scale.
And whoever wins gets to pick the attraction we do at the end.
Good luck.
I'd hit it. That's the worst part. I'd hit it. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, right? But you know that she's gonna compare my dick to Goofy. She's gonna compare it to like fucking, oh look, I found a hidden Mickey. The cream pie you gave me looks a little bit like a Mickey. I don't get it. Am I the only one? Am I rude? Am I an asshole here for not thinking highly of these Disney adults? Telekinesis training, like just get a job, psychic boy. Make sure to wash your order when you receive it. That's true. Although I've been very diligent about it. So I immediately tested every unit, by the way, which is fun. Testing every unit and sending them out. And I'm very nitpicky when it comes to making sure that people don't complain because I hate it when it's something of my fault. Although I've had one scammer shipping for them, which I didn't like because it's always the same deal. Hey, I got my package and there's nothing in it. That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie because I made sure that each and every single package gets sent correctly. As a matter of fact, I test everything before it gets sent out. Every trick, boom, trick, anytime I've ever shipped anything. So when somebody goes, hey man, I got a package, there's nothing in it. Nobody at the post office is stealing magic tricks. Okay, let's just start right there. So I hated that. What else here did I go through? I know there was a couple. My goodness. Again, with the screaming. Today we're going to be fuck off. This lady stopped racism. So this girl stopped racism. I don't know if you guys are aware of it now. Here, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So racism is no longer a thing just because of this person.
Important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I see.
Okay, and she sent one specifically out for the darkest one, and now she's dead. So it's gone. It's over. We're done. We're done with racism. If you guys found out here on this stream, make sure to tell your friends and family that there's no longer any racism because Farting Mom Compilation 2 on TikTok posted a video, and now racism is no longer a thing. So anyone that says racism exists, you're lying. You're a fraud because clearly it's dead after she stopped it for you guys. So now I hate traveling. This is something that I mention often. I hate it. It's the worst thing in the planet. You have to deal with people that have no spatial awareness. You have to deal with people that are losing their minds. It's a stressful situation for everyone. You're dealing with a TSA agent that depends on his mood is how you're going to be let through. So sometimes you could have whatever the fuck you want and they let you through. Sometimes you could have a small little bottle of cologne in your pocket and you're going to have 3 FBI agents on your ass because some guy decided to essentially, I don't know, fucking let his wife scream at him before he went to work that day. So this is the sort of stuff that you tend to see now more popular than ever just because traveling has been a little bit more accessible than it was back in the day. And you see this sort of circumstance, especially because of social media and people thinking that, oh, this is going to be my moment. I'm going to have a viral moment. I'm going to be the next Hawk Tua. I'm going to have to get an agent. So they play up to the cameras. And this is one in particular. I want to see if you can not, okay, it does show you where it is. I wanted you to take a guess as to where this was without any information, but it does tell you exactly where it is, which I'm sure 90% of you would have guessed when I show you the video where this place is. But let's play it and see what's happening.
Where the cat is at? What's up, ho? What's up? You wanna talk to me?
A Frontier Airlines passenger sparked chaos at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport after an in-flight feud spilled into the terminal.
My name's Shanika Brothers. Where the camera's at? Where the camera's at? This talk. This going on. It's me.
Now, a couple things, right? when you travel, you're traveling. Usually, if it's like a fucking 3 hour flight, wear something nice, right? Wear something nice, whatever. But the last thing you want to be putting on are those leather sheen boots. Those are knee-high leather sheen boots that she's wearing, and some sort of fucking, I don't know, fake Lululemon pants. What is this fit for traveling? What is this? That's You're gonna sweat your entire leg. You're gonna sweat in the fucking airplane. This and you're gonna take it off, and it's gonna smell like a turtle tank. And then now it's a disaster right off the bat, just in the fit alone. And then the rest is just also an atrocity because you're dealing. Maybe you're hungover. Maybe you just dealt with a shit TSA agent, and then now you have to come to the fucking booth, and this is what you're dealing with.
What's up, huh? What's up? You wanna talk to me?
Witnesses say the woman threatened bystanders, claimed she was a witch, and waited for a man she'd fought with mid-flight.
Who's she waiting on now? Because everybody done came out now. Oh, they not? Oh, she coming?
While the exact cause of the meltdown remains unclear, the woman
So is it worth it on a Frontier flight to be on a no-fly list forever because you had a minor beef with somebody in an airplane? What beef could you have in a fucking airplane that can't be taken care of immediately? Oh, somebody skipped you. All right, you're an asshole. That's it. Jesus. The other thing that I detest is there is a system which makes me believe in God, right? And I've mentioned this many times before. The system is the line, the queue. It makes sense, right? If you go to the front of the line, or if you're in the front of the line, it means that you've arrived there first. And people behind you are queued in order of when they arrived. Now, if you're being sat on an airplane, the plane is disembarked in the order of the seats. So if you have first class, you're going to disembark early because your seat is in the front of the plane. You disembark like a zipper. You come out like this. So whenever I have somebody that's trying to come from behind me, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. As a matter of fact, I've been known to put my luggage there and block them from moving because there's an order to the way things are made. There's an order to this. If everybody leaves as they should, everybody's going to get out of the plane in an orderly fashion, right? So I'll put my fucking luggage right there in the middle, blocking off whoever's behind me. And I'll let the people in the seats that are next to me move forward because they were in the seat in front of me. So if I'm 34 and maybe there's somebody in 33, they go in front of me. Then 34, then 35, then 36. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. So I always make sure that I'm trying to push off the fucking thing for me. I'm sorry for the sanctity of the economy. I'm always making sure that I at least do my part in making sure that everybody leaves the plane as they should. But here, obviously, to Frontier Airlines, if you're paying for cheap flights, know what you're paying for. You're paying for a woman screaming loudly in an airport terminal about her shit. What about this one here? Oh, Chris James, I see you there. I was just talking about this right here. You can't hear it. Can you fucking hear it? That bothers me that the mic isn't moving. But I was just saying on how great of a product this is and how durable that you could throw this. Chris James, if you're not familiar, is the person that made this. He's in the chat right now. And this is a beast. It's a beast. It's a great idea. It's a wonderful concept. And I enjoy just for the fact that I could load in whatever sound I want. So if I wanted to put some, daddy thing or uncle porn, I could load this in, and that could be the magic that actually makes the trick happen. So it's very, very good. And the card gimmick is also replaceable. I know some people had a question about that, looking at what people had like opinions on this. You could definitely replace with whatever card you want on the inside part of the gimmick, which is a fun part. I don't want to show you mine too much because I butchered it, but I'm just going to give you a little flash as to the card, and then you could drop it in your hand, and then of course everything is empty. It's a fucking phenomenal thing. So again, very grateful that you allowed me to you sent this to me after doing that thing I did to your nutsack. But I was just talking about that. So look at that serendipity. What's the other one here? This one is another one that bothers me. right? This is, of course, you could take a guess as to what I'm going to talk about, which is fats. Fat people. Fat people bother me. I'm a proud fat phobe. This one is talking about how her, what do you call this, body dysmorphia is scary. She thought she was huge in this video. As a person that's watching a lot of My 600 Pound Life, I could tell you that she's huge. That woman is huge. She definitely has a hard time breathing. She 100% has an issue when it comes to walking short distances, and her BMI is through the roof. When you're having to wear fucking sweatpants that barely fit you, and you know they're 3XL, you're definitely huge. So it's not body dysmorphia. And this isn't a bit, by the way. This would be a great meme. Like a haha, body dysmorphia, haha. I thought I was huge. You're huge. This is objective science. I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean spirited. I'm being honest and I'm being scientific when I say that this person is massive. And it's funny that they posted a caption like that, thinking that they were in fact skinny. So that's great. And what is this? This is clearly a take that didn't work. She's trying to do some sort of social media influencing, and it turns out that this wasn't a good take. All the comments here are also great. Uh, Essentially, not body dysmorphia, reality every single day on this app. See, I'm not a hater, but I'm also not a liar. It's already Monday, don't piss me off. So I'm glad that the comment section here were on my side. Usually they're like, no, you go, girl. You go, queen. You skinny. My favorite ones, by the way, if you ever noticed, is when it's a skinny girl, like doing some sort of hot shit. The comments are like, yeah, bitch, fucking dumbass. When it's like a fat girl trying to do hot shit, slay. You're doing such a good job. Everyone's proud of you. So it's funny the promotion that we have here. It's almost like they're incentivizing with fake social media points being fat. Speaking of, this is something that I posted about Twitter. If you're familiar with Jay Bay, let me look her up. Jay Bay. Jay Bay is this absolute behemoth of a woman. Let me see if I could show you here. Jay Bay is this one. She has been on social media for the past God knows how long, essentially talking about how fat people are the same. It's fat body positivity and all this other stuff. And you could see that she looks like a beanbag. She looks like a beanbag essentially. And she got famous for having a video where she is mentioning that airlines need to accommodate for big people by making bigger seats. And they shouldn't have to pay for extra seats just because of their size. And she was pushing that pretty aggressively. And here, it turns out that she got arrested. She got arrested in a video that's going to make you very, very upset because for some odd reason, she takes it into herself in order to be the biggest the biggest nuisance to this particular police officer. So let's watch a little bit of this. I don't want to watch all of it, but let's just play it here.
I need to talk to you guys.
Well, you're no longer welcome here, so
Okay.
you need to figure it out.
So I need to call Mirror Ministries.
So just a little bit of context here. She was kicked out of a hospital. She was kicked out of a hospital. It takes a lot to be kicked out of a hospital. It takes quite a lot of effort, just because they're required if you're dying or if you think you're dying to take care of you. She got kicked out of a hospital, and the police were summarily called, and this is what they were found. This is what they found.
All right, what's the phone number? Come on over here so you can have it here.
509.
Now, this cop is an absolute beast because you notice that throughout this video, she's going to require help moving around because of her massive girth. And he does nothing to help her. He does nothing to help her. So he makes her grab the phone. She asks him if he could press a button for her. He does nothing to aid her in her quest here. And this is just top tier trolling.
Or actually, no, there's one in here. There's one in here. There's one in here. It's right here. Here we go. 1-800. Here we go. 188. Oh no. 509. Let's try this one. Can you hang up and I'm gonna call 1-888-84.
Is that one like an emergency for
That's
sexual
one.
assault?
Yes.
Well, that's not what's occurred right now, so we don't need to bother them with that.
Oh, okay.
You
Let
need
me call my
some type of
advocate.
housing,
Oh, housing.
unless you want to just.
So she was claiming that somebody was assaulting her sexually, which again would be the equivalent of trying to take down a whale on your own. And yet here she's claiming that, and then when the officer politely tells her, "Oh, none of that has occurred in this particular situation," she then shifts to a different thing. So
Go out and walk down the street. That's fine too.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm just not
Okay.
naked. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Well, you have blankets and something
No,
covering you.
I'll find my advocate's number in here. But just, oh, here, the card. I'm just on hold, though, just in case they answer. That's like criminal court proceedings. Here we go. Boom, here we go. Hit the thing. Can you hit the thing? Do I only get one call?
Can you come?
Yeah.
Make those.
how great is that? How great is that she has to scooch her, I would say 630-pound frame on this poor wheelchair that it seems like a challenge. Imagine, I'm sure that there's some Arabic rich guy that would pay you $2 million just to smell that wheelchair as a gag, just because he has too much money.
Oh,
Look at that. Oh, that's perfect.
509
So dial 9 first to get an outside line.
509. So where's my trespass paperwork this time, Ramos?
Officer Lay's working on it.
Good. Make sure I get it in hand and copy before you guys escort me off the property.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be chilling here until you can.
Okay.
It's funny how they always call you Ramos. You seem to be involved in so many weird incidences. You remember KPD number? Oh wait, you don't.
Now, this comment says she's exhausting, which is exactly what it feels like to deal with one of these individuals. Could you imagine? Could you imagine seeing this absolute troglodyte for years on social media? Let me see if I could find a video where she says on how to what she wants with airlines and stuff. Jay Bay. Ugh. Nothing about her is fucking Bay. Oh, this is great. This is actually great. This is fuck. This one's way better. And is she connected to an oxygen machine? Fuck me, dude.
You want to learn all about? I'll kill you guys.
What?
This channel is all about fat joy. He's and they mama. Unapologetic self-love. Burning fucking hell. And building a community where everybody belongs. They're trying to raise me stark.
That is the last thing that we will ever do.
Welcome to J Bay Official, where we're flipping the script on fat phobia and empowering everybody to live boldly. I'm Jay, and I'm here to
get arrested. If you don't
Great.
know who this is J Bay, a self-proclaimed fat advocate. J Bay or Jalen is.
See, that's the bit here that she's on an airliner. Look at how she is, by the way. I want you to notice and pay attention to this bit. She's completely engulfed one chair on the airplane, and she's now about a third of the way onto the other chair. What? How is that even humanly possible? She has the body proportions of a beanbag.
People ask
Look at
me
this.
if I purchase to seats when flying. The fact of the matter is that people can't stand to see fat people happy. So why should we care what they think?
Since her arrest, she has.
Well, they care when you're having to sit next to her and you have a fucking beanbag on your chair that you paid for, that you didn't expect, that is not normal. Those chairs are designed for the majority of people. So when you don't fit, it's not the chair's fault. It's your fault, mate. So that was a great one. That just gets me happy every time I see any sort of one of these individuals that likes to have their entire career be based on dunking on some sort of stupid thing like fat acceptance. It's not about acceptance, right? It's about health. You're trying to do the best for your health. And clearly, your body wasn't designed to hold an extra 200 pounds of weight, an extra 300 pounds of weight, an extra 400 pounds. You see that the skeleton in these x-rays, it's the same skeleton. You're not big boned. Your poor skeleton is having to carry all this excess of weight that it wasn't designed to do. And now you want to change the world around you just because you like donuts. just because you like an excess of Krispy Kreme. That's not the way it works. There's another one, by the way. Flying again is a disaster. And this is a skinny old lady, another group that I dislike heavily, which is old people. I believe this individual was on a flight, if I could find this particular video. She was on a flight, and some lady just decided to make it into a fucking bed, just to lie down and take up more space than she's allotted. Again, you're paying for the airplane seat. You're not paying to make it your fucking home. So let me find this one. I know that it's from a while ago. Here, there's some fucking cringe Disney moments, some girl with a fat ass. I have a varied taste when it comes to my TikTok likes here, but what the fuck? I just saw this. Oh, right here. Look at this. Look at this. This is also another one that makes me just hate the idea of having to share space with people that have no concept of distancing, of any sort of social. It's not about social distancing with, whatever sickness is. It's about having common sense, having a little bit of common sense. I'm not going to be all up in your grill if we're in public, right? If we're in an airplane, look at this.
Blood was boiling the entire time. It was like talking to a brick wall. I'm hoping this gets the attention that it needs to get so that this will never happen again to any passenger, because I would not wish this on my worst enemies. The elderly woman did not speak English. I just kept thinking, like, be patient and try your best not to land and be in handcuffs.
What happened next was too far, and she couldn't hold back any longer.
So I did kind of do like some social cues of like, hey, like, stay in your space. I think where it went out of pocket is when she started literally spreading her legs out and then also like moving in certain ways in her middle seat.
The woman was also leaning on the passenger sitting in the aisle seat.
Her body is leaning against the passenger who was sitting in the aisle seat in the same row as me, or leaning up against me.
Now, I do remember one of the last flights that I got into. It was great because it was I was on the window seat, and I go to my thing. I go, hi, yeah, this is 9. I'm 9A, or whichever one is the fucking window. And then the lady looks at me and goes, yeah, 9. And I go, yeah, but you're in my seat. I'm 9A. She goes, 9. I go, yeah, that's the row we're in. We're in that row, but I'm in that seat. You're in my seat. And she goes, 9. She said that 3 times. And I go, all right, whatever. Just take that seat. Doesn't matter. I don't want to argue with a fucking brick wall. And this same lady kept holding on to things as the plane was having normal turbulence. She kept like holding on to like the little thing in front of her like this, as if that's going to prevent her from crashing or saving her life. God, people are fucking idiots.
When that started to occur, I immediately called the flight attendant. I am a frequent flyer. I fly pretty much at least once a month, sometimes more than that, and have never ever experienced this in my entire existence.
When the flight attendant came over, they addressed the woman but couldn't get through to her due to her lack of English.
Obviously, she didn't speak her language. She tried to tell her, like, stay in your space, stay in your lane.
But the woman had no clue what the attendant was trying to say.
And she did what she could do. I eventually asked to be moved to a different seat. The flight attendant told me that this is a completely booked flight. There's no first class, there's no premium, there's no other seats on this flight so that she could move me, but she said that she was going to double check to find a seat. I do feel like the flight attendants could have did a little bit more. I do not.
Could have did a little bit more. That's great. But it's funny I'm defending that. But as another one coming from England, it was an 8-hour and 45-minute flight, and it was an Indian family, which is about 17 people. And they kept doing this thing where the lady next to me was trying to set up like a bed situation. And every time she'd put her foot near my space, I fucking had to block her. And they were doing this thing too, where the guy from that aisle, two in front, would have to fucking stick his head out to talk and have a whole conversation. And I'm just here in the middle, wanting to do another 9/11. But this is just how I didn't get trained on riding an airplane. You don't go to airplane school to learn how to be a passenger in an airplane, right? There are certain things that they're just common sense. and yet seems to be lacking in society.
Like how they handled the situation.
However, the other passengers had something to say about this.
The passenger who was sitting in the aisle seat in the same row as myself and this elderly lady had the same frustrations as myself. The bulk of what was happening to myself. I had asked to be moved.
The flight attendant mentioned that the plane was fully booked, apart from one middle seat on one of the rows.
But I absolutely hate the middle seat, and we still had 10 hours to...
You know, it's really funny if they change her to a seat next to that fat bitch, next to that J-Bay, or J-Bay imitator, and then now she has to deal with the fucking fat, the overspilling fat from another individual. Wouldn't that be great?
Go. I was like, I'll take it that way this lady could have the space to, you know, lay out and have 2 seats. I had figured that now that she has 2 seats, like, everybody would be at peace now. Like, she would be okay and have room to stretch out. In hindsight, I feel like I probably should have raised my hand to take that seat. But I absolutely hate the middle seat, and we still had 10 hours to go after 4 hours of like going back and forth with this lady, and I had figured that she would be okay.
Unfortunately, the lady was not okay and would continue to intrude on her personal space for the rest of the 10-hour flight.
My blood was boiling.
Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? Doesn't that make you want to find the nearest old person and punch them right in their stupid old mouth? Subways are worse than planes. Every time I go to Toronto, I see several mentally ill people tweaking. Absolute worst form of transport by far. Yeah, you know, subway's pretty bad. We don't have one here in Miami, but every time I've seen or I've gone in like London or New York, there's always some fuckery. There's always some stupidity. There's always some shit. Jesus, or something that just upsets me about people not knowing any sort of fucking distancing, any normal bubble. You have your own little bubble in front of you. If I come into your bubble, that deserves a self-defense grenade. Let's go through here. Let's see. I know that there was a couple other ones that I got pretty upset at. Again, these are just things that get me upset overall. Videos that I look at and they make me want to fucking punch the nearest baby. So we already talked about fats. We talked about not gym influencers. I guess I don't care enough about that one. But if you're going to the gym, don't take a tripod. Simple as that. Don't take a tripod. Why? This one is fucking. Oh, okay. This is a good one. This is a good one here. Where again, women in weddings is a disaster. I know. I sound sexist. I sound fat phobic, ableist. But in this case, it's science. Let's take a look at this and see if you have the same anger. Aren't you embarrassed? Aren't you embarrassed? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? So obviously they're doing that little lame thing where, oh, you have to catch it and the next person is going to be the one that gets married. Oh my God. And this lady seems to be smart and go right in the middle, which is usually where they would throw that. But what's happening here? Why has this gone on longer than it has? She caught it and now she has her in a headlock. She's going around. She's tripping. She has to push her. She's still going. She's still going. She hasn't stopped yet. Hasn't stopped yet. Hasn't stopped yet. No, still going. 10 seconds strong. And then finally she pushes her in the throat and she leaves. Where does she go? I'm trying to find where she goes here in the back. Completely disappears. What the fuck? I guess she reacted in a way that was indicative of not caring. But what was that? What is so necessary about grabbing that makes you almost assault an individual? Am I in the wrong here? Am I seeing this? What's this? Perfect game. Well, of course, I'm watching a man throw a perfect game for the New York Yankees. That's the other one. I'm glad that wasn't some fucking embarrassing bitch. We found a desperate girl. Is that what it is? Sad desperation that somehow you think that by catching that you are going to be, in fact, the one that gets married next? That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works at all. What's this? 14-hour flight. HOAs, that gets me upset, but not enough to show here on this particular video. I think I already showed that one. This is, oh my God, oh fucking A. This is just, this is, oh, oh. So if you're stepping on that clap box, they're required to clap for you. That's meant for like kids. That's meant for kids. That a kid is, you put him in the middle of the box and then the kid's like getting clapped and then he's like, oh my God, this is great. I love this. Not for a absolute fucking Disney troglodyte. That's not what that's for. Let's see. I might as well just show you all of these. But that was there. That bothered me. What's this one? Some dude. Changing room created by a man. What? What's the point this person's trying to make here? You have privacy. You're at the beach. That's as much privacy as you're gonna get to change, right? So what about this makes you put the caption "Changing room created by a man"? What? How about this? We'll do this as an interactive bit. I'm gonna have this like this. Wait, which one haven't I seen? Okay, so I'm gonna show this one like that, right? Which one do I click on here? Right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Which one here? You choose. This is a, what do you call this? A choose your own scare bit. I don't think any of these actually, wait, there's a couple of here that were all right, that were decent, for comments sake, for the sake of commenting. But let's see, name a number. Somebody watching this, and that's the one that I watch. I think there's a couple that are going to be inclined to pick one in particular, just based on the caption and the topic, and I guess my opinion on it. 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a shoddy. This one's just. That's just a bit that I like, but she was hot, so might as well. She's saying the plate doesn't have vegetables. That's what she's saying. 8, 12. So this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's kind of lame. Unless, is that the wrong one that I put here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this would be 12. This is lame. It's just a guy playing a song. I don't like that. See, I thought that it would have been like, hi, we want you to click on this one. 1 passport, 2 felonies.
Put a finger down if one of your loyal clients reached out to you and said her and 9 other females would like to travel to Tokyo.
Now, before I comment on this one, I know it's not one that anyone picked, but I was hoping you guys would say, oh, pick this one, because the caption said 1 passport, 2 felonies, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 brothers. Now this is very common in Miami, because Miami is a tourist city, and what ends up happening is that you find a recurring story of, oh, we didn't survive the Miami trip. And the reason you didn't survive the Miami trip is because there's always some sort of kerfluffle that takes place, right? And usually it's because you took a Spirit Airlines flight from Atlanta to Miami. There's 17 of you staying in one hotel room, and that's going to lead to conflict, right? Now, I'm not saying this in any sort of racist connotation, as you guys might assume. I'm not racist. I don't have an inkling of any sort of racism in me. All right. I'm equal opportunity. I'm an equal opportunity hater. Because this happens with roommate situations with white girls here all the time, where they'll be in one space. You wonder how they live in a very affluent area. And then you find out, oh, you have 5 roommates in a 2-1. Okay. That's how we do it. And there's conflict there. But in this case, this is not a walking red flag. Is this not something that you would look at and go, all right, this is going to cause a problem? That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Japan in October. Can you put a package?
What's here? Pastel de cerdo. ¿Puedes hablar español? No, my Spanish is yo no sabo español. It's terrible. I was trying to speak Spanish to the doctor yesterday, and it was a pretty atrocious event trying to tell her my situation. Oh, no, es que estoy tomando esto nicotine, right? It's like that. My Spanish is horrendous, even though it was my first language. I think that's it. I think that might be the stream for today. Tomorrow I might be in the studio. I need to get some blood work done by my house. So I might do that. But this was a nice light, PigCast light. It was good. We encompassed all the major things that I like to encompass when it comes to these streams, which is Disney adults, fat people, some magic tricks, So we discussed that as well. But apart from that,